What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JP on the keys, and it's 2 Easy Rap videos today. And I'm doing something that I haven't done on this channel in over a year. React to an Epic History TV video. It's been over a year since I've done these. I did have a good amount of people that like when I watch these videos. We got to start back from where we left off. We were on the Napoleon in Italy series. This is episode 3, the Battle of Bassano. I'm just going to let you know when I watch these videos, like, this is a learning experience for me, so don't expect me to come in here and talk about, give this long spiel. Like, I might comment based on what I see, but this is more of a learning experience for me as well, because this, obviously, I wasn't taught that much about Napoleon in high school, but let's watch some history, man, you know what I mean? Just, let's learn something today.
History TV PMF Productions collaboration. In 1796, at the height of the French Revolutionary Wars, a young French general took charge of a ragged, demoralized army in northern Italy. It was his first command. Many expected him to fail. Instead, in just 1 month, he won his first brilliant campaign. With astonishing self-confidence, boldness and energy, he led his army to victory after victory, transforming the war in Europe, winning praise from a grateful republic, and forging a legend. This is the story of Napoleon Bonaparte's first campaign, and the dawn of a new age.
All right, the battle for Mantua. Okay.
August 1796. The war between France's infant republic and the coalition seems to be tipping in France's favor. In the Vendée, General Hoche has brought the 3-year royalist revolt to an end. This appalling civil war has cost an estimated 165,000 lives.
Damn.
And is the bloodiest chapter of the French Revolution. Bourbon Spain allies with France. They will combine forces against their common enemy, Great Britain. In Germany, the armies of General Jourdan and General Moreau have crossed the Rhine and are advancing on Vienna. While in Italy, Napoleon's stunning victory at Castiglione has sent the Austrians scurrying back to the Tyrol. Napoleon can now resume his siege of Mantua, the key to Italy.
Right.
But he'll have to start over. The Austrians have used the interlude to drag away his heavy guns
I love these
and demolish
drawings.
his siege works. In summer, the pestilential marshes that surround the city are lethal.
Hella disease.
The Austrian garrison has been decimated by disease.
Hella disease, I know malaria. It is.
General Serrurier, commanding the French siege, also contracts the disease. He returns to France to recover and is replaced by General Sauge. Sickness and a shortage of equipment once more plague the French army in Italy. Even the heroic General Bassano asks to be replaced, citing ill health and exhaustion.
He said,
Napoleon rejects his request.
He said, "Ayo, Napoleon, I'm sick and I'm tired. Can somebody replace me?" He's like, "No." Get your ass back out there. Get your ass back on the field. We need you in the war.
Despite these problems, the Directory in Paris orders Napoleon to attack as part of a grand strategic offensive against Austria. He is to break through to Innsbruck, join forces with Moreau's Army of the Rhine, then together invade Austria and force Emperor Francis to sue for peace.
Good plan.
Napoleon faces an enemy of roughly equal size. So he plans to use speed and concentration of force to fall upon Austrian troops in the Adige Valley and clear the path northwards. His opponent, Austrian Field Marshal von Wurmser, is under immense pressure to relieve Mantua. His staff believe that recent fighting has left the French army shattered and incapable of offensive operations. So the Austrians plan to make their own advance.
Advance on advance.
Rather than try to force his way past French troops in the Adige Valley, Wurmser will keep Davidovich in a defensive role, while he leads a wide outflanking march via the Brenta Valley and Bassano to reach Mantua from the east. There he will link up with its garrison. And when Napoleon comes south to face him, he will be caught between two Austrian armies.
Nice point, that's a good point.
This video is sponsored by Curiosity Stream, the best place to discover documentaries on history, science, technology, and much more.
I don't need this ad. I already got Curiosity Stream. By the way, it has some really dope documentaries, really dope shows on there. And it's a lot cheaper than Netflix. I'm not getting paid by Curiosity Stream. I'm just saying. I doubt that Bonaparte had command of the Austrian forces. He could have contrived it better for his own purposes. All right, you say that.
The Austrians begin their advance on the 1st of September. French forces begin their advance the following day. Massena pushes up the Adige Valley, with Augereau taking a tougher, mountainous route on his right. General Vaubois marches around Lake Garda to join them, with one brigade crossing by boat. The forward Austrian outposts are driven in, and by the 4th, 3 French divisions are converging on Davidovich's heavily outnumbered force near Rovereto.
But Wurmser is going around.
General Victor leads the main attack straight up the road, driving back the enemy center. Meanwhile, French light infantry swarm up the sides of the valley to outflank the enemy. It's a tactic the French will use again and again to force the Austrians out of strong positions in the narrow passes. The Austrians are driven up the valley towards Davidovich's main camp at Caliano. As Napoleon remarks, this position should have been impregnable. Sheer mountains either side of a valley floor that's just a few hundred yards wide. A small castle and wall add to the formidable natural defenses.
That would be a nice defense.
But its defense has been left to a single, shaken Austrian regiment, which is given no time to prepare. When the French hit them with speed and numbers, they give way. Massena's troops break through to the main Austrian camp, where soldiers, expecting a much longer respite, are preparing dinner. The arrival of the French sparks chaos and confusion. The Austrian escape route is immediately jammed with fleeing troops, wagons and guns. The French round up around 3,000 prisoners, alongside 25 guns and 7 standards.
4 times the casualties.
Napoleon had thought that he faced the whole Austrian army around Trento.
Of course.
But now, speaking with prisoners and locals, he learns that Wurmser and half his army have set off down the Brenta Valley. Destination unknown. With typical speed and decisiveness, Napoleon tears up the plan to join Moreau at Innsbruck and orders a pursuit. If he can catch and destroy Wurmser before he reaches safety, the war in Italy will be won.
He said, I'm gonna get him. On the 8th, I shall be at Bassano. If the enemy waits for me, there will be a battle which will decide the fate of this whole country. I like how Napoleon is just like ready. He's just, hey, I'm gonna intercept you and get you right there.
When Wurmser receives news of the fiasco at Caliano, his troops are already strung out along the Brenta Valley, with his vanguard approaching Vicenza. there is nothing to gain by turning back. He orders Davidovich to hold the passes north, assuming they are Napoleon's objective, and pushes on to Mantua. But Napoleon is not going north. He orders Vaubois to pursue Davidovich and keep him blocked in, while Augereau's division leads the rest of the army down the narrow, funnel-like Brenta Valley in pursuit of the Austrians. The army of Italy is brimming with confidence and momentum, and marches much faster than the Austrians.
Oh, they're on a mission.
A small force at Levico offers token resistance before it's bundled down the Brenta Valley.
Oh, they're on their tails.
The next day, French light infantry rout a 3,000-strong Austrian rearguard at Primolano, taking most of them prisoner. Wurmser decides to make another stand at Bassano, where the valley opens into flat plains.
I'm gonna stand my ground at this point.
With Colonel Lannes leading the charge, the Austrians are driven back, then chased into town by Murat's cavalry. Amid panic, chaos, and blocked roads, the French take another 2,000 prisoners, including an Austrian general and 30 guns.
Man, they're not losing a lot of men. They're not losing. The crazy thing, it's like Napoleon is so reactionary in a lot of the things he does. Like, of course, he'll make a move to attack, and then it's like, oh, I see this is going on. Oh, let's just do this. Like, it's not like we'll stick to the plan. It's, oh, let's get this. Let's intercept this now. And the fact that he does it, and they don't seem to lose a lot of men when they do stuff like this. Like, the way he was controlling those men was ridiculous. Because it's like he makes a lot of rash decisions, but not like rash, like bad decisions, but just really spur of the moment. Like, oh, we see this is happening. Let's do it right now. Like, they had a whole plan to go into Austria. But it's like, oh, we can just intercept him right now and get this over with. Like just the quickness of the decision making is always good when you have a leader. That's always good.
Is in disarray, down to 12,000 men, outnumbered 2-1, with part of his force retreating in the wrong direction towards Trieste. His only hope is to reach Mantua. The two armies are in a foot race. But for the first time in the campaign, Austrian soldiers outmarch their exhausted French counterparts. Wurmser leaves a small garrison at the fortress of Legnago to slow Augereau's pursuit. Forging ahead, Massena manages to block the Austrians' path at Cherea. But General Ott makes a determined attack and clears the road, taking 700 French prisoners and 7 guns.
Yeah, get up on my way.
It is a rare defeat for Massena. With the help of a local informant, Wurmser then finds an intact, unguarded bridge across the Tiorne River and reaches the outskirts of Mantua on the 13th of September. His army has been saved from destruction by the skin of its teeth.
For now. What soldier could fail to admire the gallant old Wurmser, never depressed by defeat, who having been hunted from Brenta to Mantua, now stood in front of the garrison determined to cut his way back. I mean, in the face of just danger. Like, he already knew that Napoleon was hot on his heels. He's like, you know what? We're gonna get back to Mantua. Like, that's a very admirable general, though. You know.
Napoleon has failed to prevent Wurmser reaching Mantua. But he knows that if he can bottle him up inside the city, it will put intolerable strain on its supplies. For that reason, Wurmser wants to keep his army outside the city walls, free to maneuver, and, crucially, forage for supplies in the surrounding country.
Right, get them. Don't let them get trapped in the city. Makes sense.
The next morning, as Augereau accepts the surrender of the Austrian garrison at Legnago, Massena tries a surprise attack at Due Castelli. But it's overambitious. His men have not had time to recover from their long march, and the Austrians fight bravely.
Come on,
The
Bassano.
following day, Napoleon launches a much larger, coordinated attack. Sauge's division advances on the right. His troops are soon in heavy fighting with Ott's brigade around the Villa La Favorita. Augereau's division, under temporary command of General Bonne, advances along the Mincio River, trying to turn the Austrian right flank. When Wurmser sends reserves from his centre to strengthen both flanks, Massena's concealed division launches its attack. Victor and Rampont lead the way with their veteran demi-brigades. Austrian cavalry hurl themselves at the French, but are beaten off. Heavy fighting rages on the outskirts of Mantua for much of the afternoon. Finally, Wurmser's centre begins to crumble, and the French take San Giorgio.
They're getting close to the city.
Much of the Austrian right wing is cut off. Many are forced to surrender, while others flee into the lake. With the Austrian line shattered, Wurmser orders his men to fall back to the safety of Mantua's citadel.
$2,500 to $1,000. Still a lot more casualties.
The troops that were to have rescued Mantua are now trapped alongside its garrison. By early October, the French have cut off the city and resumed their siege. Conditions inside Mantua deteriorate rapidly. Disease, wounds and malnutrition kill on average nearly 100 Austrian soldiers every day for 6 weeks.
Damn!
Civilians are reduced.
Damn, every day for 6 weeks. So 700 people a week times 6. That's 4,000 people. That's almost 40. That's 4,200 people in 6 weeks. That's a good amount of men. And the thing is, they're cutting off the supplies, so you can't get anywhere. You can't get anything to them.
Used to eating rats and horses. Napoleon, meanwhile, returns to Milan, sending his aide-de-camp, Major Marmont, to Paris to present 22 captured Austrian standards to the Directory. But elsewhere, the war has not been going so well for France. Archduke Charles, younger brother of the Emperor Francis, has defeated General Jourdan's army twice in 2 weeks.
Damn.
It and General Moreau's army of the Rhine are forced to retreat back to the frontier.
Come on, Moreau and Jourdan. Come on.
These setbacks mean Napoleon will get very few of the reinforcements he's so urgently requested. He and his men are exhausted.
3,000 out of 25,000 is crazy.
They must contain an enormous and increasingly desperate garrison in Mantua, with the certain knowledge that the Austrians will try again soon to save the city. And there are diplomatic concerns which also trouble Napoleon. In Rome, the Pope stirs animosity against the French, citing their treatment of the Catholic Church in the territories they administer.
Oh. You know, religion
These
was...
now include the Cispadane Republic.
You know, religion was basically all people had back in the day, so that was taken super seriously.
In part from the Duchy of Modena, which Napoleon has abolished for colluding with the enemy. There is also the lingering threat that Naples may rejoin the war at a critical moment to stab him in the back. So, to secure his southern flank, Napoleon concludes a comprehensive peace treaty with Naples without bothering to consult the Directory.
I'm gonna go behind your back.
It's actions like this that feed the whispers in Paris. This popular young general's ambition seems limitless. Might he not one day prove a dangerous political player? But such talk will be moot if Napoleon fails in Italy. That autumn, as Austrian troops march once more to the relief of Mantua, he will face his most skilled opponent yet, Feldzugmeister Józef Alvinci, the first man to defeat Napoleon Bonaparte in battle. A big thank you to PMF Productions for their...
Hey man, shout out to Epic History TV. Y'all need to go ahead and subscribe to their channel, because they drop all this dope content. Subscribe to their channel. You know what I mean? I don't want to just be using their content and don't tell you to subscribe to their channel, man. They drop some dope content. You know, I like watching these again, because these are pretty fun. These are pretty interesting to learn about. You know, just... Also, I like the 3D drawings and just like trying to get a look back at what war was back then. You know what I mean? And my thing is, like, they say, oh, he's a dangerous political player. Well, he's doing it to make sure the French win the war. Because if Naples could attack any moment, and while you're busy attacking Austria, here comes Naples from the south, can just come in and just sneak behind y'all and just destroy everything. You know what I mean? But thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Also hit that subscribe button if you're new to my channel. Don't forget to turn on my post notifications if you haven't already. I just dropped a gaming channel video earlier today, and I just dropped a true crime video yesterday. So check out both of those videos. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Stay on the grind. I'm out. Peace.